Pulling together another cheap and easy one-pot meal in my kitchen today. We're gonna beat my teriyaki takeout craving and have dinner for four for under 20 bucks. Hey there, welcome back to my kitchen. Really happy to have you here today. We are making teriyaki takeout at home. Cheap, easy, fast, packed with some veggies. We control the ingredients, and it comes together all in one pot. I love takeout teriyaki, but I usually feel pretty crappy after I eat it. So I'm gonna try to make my version a little bit healthier at home. The method here is super easy. We're gonna steam some broccoli, then get some veggies cooking with our ground beef, make a quick teriyaki sauce, put it all together, and then we serve. This is a great use for some leftover rice. If you've got it kicking around in your fridge, you can serve it over lettuce as more of a salad, or you can just eat it on its own. We should get about 4 servings for under 20 bucks, and we get to control the ingredients. This one's pretty easy, so let's get going. In front of me, I have a red bell pepper, 1 head of broccoli, a couple of limes, which are optional, some scallions for serving, and some ginger. The broccoli needs to be steamed a little bit before everything else gets going. This is a really quick cooking dish, but the broccoli is gonna take the longest to cook of all. So we're just gonna get started steaming it in a pan. So all I'm gonna do is separate this broccoli into florets, just trying to get everything kind of a consistent size so it steams pretty quickly. Florets, all set and ready to go into the pan. So I'm gonna just put a couple tablespoons of water and get them simmering in a pan large enough for our teriyaki beef over the stove. There's no real science to this, we're just trying to steam these veggies. So some water simmering in the pan, the veggies on top, pop a lid on it. They'll take a couple minutes, just until they get a little bit softer. So burner on to medium-high heat, a couple tablespoons of water in the pan, broccoli goes in, pop a lid on it, and we're ready to go. So here I have 1 bunch of scallions. I've trimmed the tops off. The tops had seen better days. Off to the side our scallions go. Next, I have just a half of an onion that was kicking around in my fridge that I have to use. You can use a full small onion. You can leave the onion out entirely because we do have those scallions that are gonna provide some nice oniony flavor. But I'm just gonna use this one because it's time to be used. So onion into a bowl. Gonna cut up a red bell pepper. Just pull out the seeds and the stem, and we're gonna cut this into bite-sized chunks. This recipe is relatively flexible. While there are not a lot of other vegetables traditionally in teriyaki beef, you can pump up the vegetables in this as much as you'd like. The sauce kind of turns everything into teriyaki, makes it really delicious. So the veggies are not the star of the show. It's really the sauce and the meat. Pepper and a half of an onion, ready to go on the stove when our broccoli is steamed. I'm just gonna check on that broccoli. Broccoli has steamed nicely. The water has evaporated. We still have really nice green broccoli, but it's cooked a little bit and will be great in our final dish. So I'm gonna pull this off and reserve it just in a bowl to the side. Broccoli is steamed, ready to go on our final dish. So in my pan, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of neutral flavored oil and the onion and pepper. We're just trying to sweat out that onion and pepper for a couple minutes, and then we're gonna add the ground beef. In the meantime, while the onion and pepper is sweating out and getting a little bit translucent, we're gonna make our teriyaki sauce. This is super simple. We're just combining a whole bunch of ingredients with some cornstarch to thicken up the sauce a little bit. And then once the beef and the veggies are getting closer to done, we're gonna mix everything together. So the one trick to this sauce, which starts with a half a cup of broth, I'm using vegetable stock. You can use better than bouillon combined with water. You can also just use water here if you prefer. The one trick though in working with cornstarch is that to make a cornstarch slurry, which is the thickening agent in our teriyaki sauce, you need to start with a cold liquid with cornstarch. So in the bowl, I'm putting about a half a cup of stock that has been in my fridge. And I'm gonna add a tablespoon of cornstarch. If you don't have cornstarch, you can also use flour here. So just a tablespoon of cornstarch into the cold stock, and I'm gonna whisk this together. This helps prevent lumps if you add cornstarch to cold liquid. If the liquid was warm, it would just lump up. Perfect. So that is all mixed together. There are no lumps. I'm gonna add the rest of our ingredients to this liquid. So first, I've got a couple tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm using gochujang just because it's what's in my fridge, but you can use Tabasco, you can use whatever is your favorite hot sauce, or you can omit this completely. About a tablespoon of that. Next, some garlic. Big heaping tablespoon of minced garlic. That's like probably 4 cloves or so. Gonna add a teaspoon of rice wine vinegar. Regular vinegar will work for this too. Rice wine is a little bit more traditionally Asian. Regular vinegar is just fine. Teaspoon of that. 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos. This is a great soy substitute if you have trouble with soy. We're going 2 tablespoons. We're gonna do the zest of 2 limes. Don't forget to tap your microplane on your bowl. A lot of that lime zest hides on the back of the microplane. And then we're gonna do the juice of these 2 limes. And then all that's left for this sauce is some sesame oil, which is optional, and some ginger. But first, I'm gonna give our vegetables a stir and get the meat in the pan. So our vegetables are nice and translucent, ready for that ground beef. The beef is now in the pan with the onions and pepper. I've given it some salt and pepper, and we're just gonna let that cook while we continue to make our sauce. The next ingredient in our quick teriyaki sauce is ginger. If you've never worked with ginger, it's not that complicated. There are a couple tricks that I can show you today. This is a giant ginger root. They are not typically this big. If you can find a big one when you're new to working with ginger, it makes it a little bit easier. So all I'm gonna do is cut off the end. And then to take this hard outer skin off the ginger, which you don't want to grate into your dish, I use a spoon. So all I do is carve away at that skin with my spoon. So I'm just carving all the way around the ginger root with a spoon. You can use a knife here too, but a spoon works great. It just takes that outer layer right off. For any of the knobby bits where another ginger root was connected to this root, I just cut that off with a knife. Voila. We have a ginger root that is separated from its skin. So I'm gonna grate in like 2 tablespoons of ginger. The recipe I've written below calls for 1 tablespoon, but I know I like my teriyaki sauce with a lot of ginger. Ginger is very woody, and if you're grating a lot of ginger, you might consider having a dedicated microplane for ginger alone. It dulls your microplane pretty quickly to grate ginger on it. You can also use a box grater, by the way. You don't have to use a microplane. Just grate on that smallest side of the box grater. That feels about the amount of ginger that I desire. And the last thing that goes into our teriyaki sauce is a little bit of sesame oil. This is completely optional. I don't use this as the oil that our peppers, onions, and beef cooks in because sesame seed oil is really not meant for high heat. It's more meant for marinades and sauces than it is for frying or even sauteing. So I try to keep this only in marinades when I use it to just maintain that flavor of the sesame. You don't need to use this, you can just completely omit this, but sesame oil and toasted sesame seeds are a nice little treat in this teriyaki dish. So I'm gonna add about a tablespoon here, and then whisk to combine. Doesn't matter if this is an emulsion or not, meaning if you can see the oil kind of standing on top of the rest of your teriyaki sauce, it's no big deal, it's totally fine. We don't need it to be perfectly emulsified. Before we put it in with the rest of our meat and veg, we'll give it another stir. I'm gonna taste this at this point. If you don't like the taste of your teriyaki sauce at this point, you probably won't like it in the pan. So it's good to taste and adjust seasonings now. Ooh, super flavorful. That's very good. This isn't necessarily at this point something you'd want to eat by the spoonful, but as you combine it with the vegetables and it thickens up and coats them and the sugar kind of caramelizes it a little bit, it absolutely becomes something that you would eat by the spoonful. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue cooking our beef down, and then I'm gonna show you pulling everything together over at the stove. Beef has been cooking for probably about 5 minutes. It's entirely cooked through, and so it's time to add our teriyaki sauce. For cornstarch to thicken, it has to boil. So we're gonna add the teriyaki sauce, bring it up to a boil, let it cook down just a little bit, toss it with our broccoli, and we're all done. So teriyaki sauce goes in. I'm gonna give it a quick whisk before it goes in, just to make sure everything is combined. I'm over about a medium heat here. We're just gonna let this sauce start to thicken. It's been about 1 minute over medium, just over a medium heat. And you'll see our sauce is starting to boil and it's starting to really thicken. When you drag your spatula through it, it leaves a line on the bottom of the pan, which is exactly what we want. We're not trying to overcook this. We just want it to reduce a little bit, thicken into a sauce, and maybe take on a little bit of color as that sugar caramelizes. Gonna add our broccoli back in. I'm adding it late in the game because I don't want to cook it anymore. I want it to maintain its really vibrant green color, but I do want it to get coated in the sauce. So with about 1 minute left, just gonna toss our broccoli back in. I'm gonna turn the heat off. Continue stirring this until the broccoli is also coated in our teriyaki sauce. Teriyaki ground beef with broccoli, red pepper, and onion. Looks delicious. The last step is to toss on some scallions. And some toasted sesame seeds. And there we have it. I'm gonna serve this over some leftover rice that I have, just takeout rice that's kicking around in my fridge. So here we go. Time to taste. Another successful one-pot, cheap and easy meal is in the books. Ground beef teriyaki, just as good as takeout, maybe even better. You'll have to tell me. Make this and let me know in the comments below if you enjoy it as much as takeout teriyaki. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you make this one down in the comments below. And I'll look forward to seeing you here next time. Cheers.